So I just watched this video on YouTube called PCVS Rant. PCVS stands for Peterborough Collegiate, can't say that word, Vocational School. It is located in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, and it is older than Canada itself. It has awesome academic programs, it's in great shape, full capacity, and a bunch of other crappy reasons. I'm sorry, I know that sounds harsh, and I'm not trying to offend anyone, but the reality is, there's no reason it has to stay open. It made the most sense. Okay, first I'm going to do the pro, closing it down. It's in the middle of the city. It's easier to transfer the students. Pretty much the only reason to close it down. Oh, and it would make more sense. Because all the reasons to keep it open makes no sense, it's easiest to move the students and the programs, and probably better for people if it does happen. I'm going to start explaining why. It's older than Canada, so we should keep the students there and keep the programs there because it's so old. Huh. I didn't realize that they were going to destroy the building after the students left. Uh-oh, that's not good. But the thing is, they're not destroying it. The academic programs, and it's in great shape, and it's in full capacity. That's fantastic. That really, really is. I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy to hear that. But when you have a school that's in full capacity, and you have other schools that are kind of scrambling to keep students there, it doesn't make sense to close down that school and move it to another school that's already in full capacity. So it makes more sense to have the students that are in full capacity go to the schools that are not. Make those schools full capacity. Another point was that a bunch of significant people and famous people went to that school. At my school, we had several veterans in Afghanistan. We had the drummer from 3 Days Grace. We had cooks, millions, well, that's a huge exaggeration, a lot of people that were significant that went to my school. So, sorry, doesn't cut it. Encourages creativity and diversity. All the schools do that. They think it's more significant in that school because they have the Gay Straight Alliance. We have a smaller version of that at my high school. The high school that I went to. We did that. But we weren't pushy about it. We weren't saying, oh yay, gay pride. We're like, oh, you're gay? Okay, cool. You're human. So, we were less forward about it. Unfortunately, I didn't think to write down the guy's name. I apologize for that. The student's name who posted the video. It was a great video. Well done. I love the fact that it was very Rick Mercer style. But he made a point that because there were so many people that were significant, it's like reconnecting to the past through the hallways. I'm sorry, I can't, no, I'm sorry. I just can't agree with that, because yes, significant people did walk down those hallways, but you're not going to think about it that often. You're really not. You're not going to think about, oh, Lester B. Pearson might have had this locker. Lester B. Pearson might have stepped exactly where I just stepped. You're just going to think, okay, I have to take this step to get to this class, to get to this step in my life. So, one thing that this is what made me decide. They had basically the idea that only past students are war veterans. World War II and I veterans, yes, hugely significant. I'm a war fanatic and I think it's amazing that these men and women gave up their lives. But like I said, I have knowledge that people who have died in Afghanistan went to my school, at least 2 off the top of my head. And they had this point about immigration students, most immigration students in this city. Sure, that's because you have the ESL program, because guess what? You have the room! We have no school for that at our school. It was tiny. So, Yeah, you have that point on us. But again, it can be moved. Just like the arts program, which is why you are in full capacity. Guarantee you, if they move it to TAS, Thomas A. Stewart Secondary School, also in Peterborough, then guess what? That is going to be full capacity. All the arts students are going to get moved to that school. So guess what? That school is going to be full capacity. Plus the students from your school that are not in the arts program, so we'll have to go to Adam Scott, Thomas A. Stewart anyways, Kenner, Holy Cross, well, Catholic School Board, sorry, but all the other schools in Peterborough. You're going to help make it full capacity. And the Gay Straight Alliance program, you're going to help spread that. You're going to bring more, even more encouragement and diversity to our schools. So you're wanting, at the end of the video, you pointed out that, sure, it's a great school. Absolutely it's a great school. But you pointed out that we need to keep this school so we can spread more schools like this. So you're going to keep the programs at that school in order to spread the programs? No, sorry, doesn't make sense. Oh, and another thing that I absolutely loved. You claimed that because your school has all this diversity and encouragement, that you have the most hearts. I've got a big heart too. Thank you very much. I went to Adam Scott, and yes, I can be a bit selfish and vain, but so can all the people at PCVS. You claim that you are the most accepting school, and that you have all these doctors and people to back you up on how it's so healthy for gay, lesbian, homosexuals to go there. But at the same time, I'm willing to meet people and talk to people like they're human, even if they're gay, straight, bi, or lesbian. And to top it all off, I went to Adam Scott, and I'm a Christian. Well, I believe in God. So, the fact that you say that students don't have a big heart as you doesn't make any sense at all. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna end this video with a bit of an apology. I do not mean to offend anyone. Like I said before, PCVS, great school. Arts program is amazing. Their Gay Straight Alliance is amazing. But the fact that you're so dead set on saying that it should stay open is just driving me off the wall. I do not mean to offend anybody, but this is how I feel. And if you guys can't take it, then maybe you're not as accepting as you're claiming to be. You want to express yourself at PCVS, but you can express yourself at Adam Scott too, at Kenner, at TAS, I keep on wanting to say Catholic School Board schools. At any school in Peterborough, you're able to express yourself. Whether or not you're judged, it's up to the other idiots who want to judge you. So it's not just PCVS that is so accepting, you guys. Just think before you make these points, because people like me are getting fed up with it, because sometimes they make absolutely no sense, and it's just boom. We can counter that argument. Give me a reason I cannot counter argue, and I'll back off. I'm not saying I'm gonna attack you, no. Trust me, not like that. But just come up with a good reason to keep PCVS open. Yes, it's an old school. Yes, it's got great programs. Yes, it's got significant people who used to go there. But guys, come on, I just counter-argued all your points. And I'm not that bright. So, if you want to keep on fighting to keep school open, think of a more logical argument, please. And do not protest again and block off the streets. That was just another story that I could go on and on about. Because it's not that big of a deal. All you guys have to do is take a different bus, is meet new people. And Oh my goodness, you might find out that we're just as great as you. So get off your high horse, accept the fact that you're probably going to close down. Accept it, but if you feel strong about it, don't stop. I'm starting to ramble, so I'm going to leave it absolutely as an apology. I do not mean to offend anyone. I'm sorry if I have. This is how I feel, and I'm not apologizing for how I feel. I'm just making you aware of it. Not trying to offend anyone, but guys, seriously, just think of a good argument. Give me one back,